All right, so going around a lot of channels lately is like non-Americans reacting to how an American home is built.
Yeah.
And this one in particular, 1 year time lapse building our custom home, seems to be getting viewed a lot by a lot of British reactors, things like that. And I figure because, well, you're more of a carpenter, I figure you could bring a good perspective of it. I mean, even though this was your idea to do this one.
Well, I think it's interesting to see how our houses are built here because it differs so much from the rest of the world and unique structure. I don't want to. We get a hard time because a lot of people say that our houses are built cheaply, and hence the reason why tornadoes and hurricanes and all that shit takes our stuff out regularly, right? But at the same time, it is cost efficient and it is fast to build a big house here.
Right. We've perfected on how to build a lot of big houses quickly.
So this is a good insight. It looks like they're showing us right from the jump is day one land clearing. 10K, which is pretty cheap. I don't know where they are per se, but that's pretty cheap because up here in where I'm in Maryland, it is not that cheap to do any kind of services like this. Looking at maybe double or triple this.
In North Carolina, where I am, it's starting to creep up there with more people moving. So more like South Carolina, Kentucky, you could probably get away with that.
Yeah, that's more, I would say, no, because when I say affordable, that all goes hand in hand with what you make. It's right. The cost of living there is a little bit cheaper, and doing this kind of stuff is a little bit cheaper. But
yeah. Let's find out.
Let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
We purchased this 3-acre wooded lot for $63,000.
Acre?
Yep, acre.
What? Get out of here. That's so cheap, man. 1 acre over here in Maryland cost $50,000.
Right. Everything's way too expensive in that state.
That already is blowing my mind. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Next, the footings are dug for the house.
$12K for cement.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the concrete. After a week, the footings dried and we brought in the forms for the concrete basement walls.
Hi, we're Ferris and Lisa, and we've been building our house for just over a year now. If you're new here, please subscribe.
We have a full series on building this home, and we just released our design ebook and our floor plans. You can find the link in the description below.
Now back to the laps.
That's another thing too, is a lot of people who do these type of videos have an ebook and like a course on how to do this. I'm like, who is actually doing that?
I don't know because it's like, why don't you go out and buy your 63 acres? Like, good God, let's just chill out. I don't know. It's like, I wouldn't, because who's going to want to build their exact house?
Yeah, but someone's buying it. Well, at least one person.
I think it's interesting. I think it's one of those people, like those people that are very ingrained in their own community that are buying that just kind of maybe out of support. But I couldn't see any one of us buying one of these ebooks. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, I'll gladly pay someone else to do it when I have the money to do that.
And another thing that's crazy is I don't know how long these forms have been around for these single family houses, but that's nuts because at least all the houses I've been in, they're blocked. They're like concrete block. They're stacked and mortared. This is so much quicker of a process right here. These forms that they just fill in. I mean, it's like instant basement.
Yeah. This is concrete block right here. This house was built in the 70s. So that's an example of what you were talking about.
Yeah, that takes significantly longer than what they're doing. And I would say this is more structurally sound, have it all being poured in one piece rather than individual blocks. I'm not too sure about that. Concrete wasn't my thing. So,
right. I don't know. We'll see.
Next, we are backfilling and leveling out land. Once the land was leveled, the trenches for the garage were dug.
The whole garage part, that's just something I'm sure the European mind cannot wrap its head around.
Yeah. And I bet neither basements as well is a unique
basements
thing.
Yeah to have a whole other underground thing right there.
Yep That's I mean, it's crazy. And look at the size of that. That's absolutely nuts, but the black, so for everyone watching, that black paint they put on is waterproofing.
Right.
So that way water doesn't seep in slowly through concrete, because concrete is porous and eventually water will start seeping in if not prevented. So
that's something I didn't know. So thank you for that.
Yep.
Next, the concrete truck came in and poured the footings. Now the plumbing crew is here to put in the underground plumbing. Now it's time for concrete floors. Our local energy company is here to hook up our electricity and gas lines.
1,000?
Yeah.
To get on the grid, that's very reasonable.
Yeah. And again, like the fact that a lot of this is in-house, like it's something I no longer take for granted, having talking to people from Europe and, not America, where everything, houses are a lot tinier, things like electricity and car parks are a lot more public than this. This is all for one person.
Yeah. This is I think the average house size in the US is like 2,000 square feet, which is like triple, let's say, for our UK counterparts, our UK friends and family out there. So I don't know, in your country, let us know in the comments how big is an average size dwelling. Let us know, because it's over here it's about 2,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Next, the framing begins.
Day 70, y'all.
Day 70.
Yep. A freebie! Hey! Gravel.
Now it's time for the first floor walls.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like the quickest thing on a job site like this is the framing. That goes so fast because it needs to. It needs to go fast because a lot of this wood, especially, I know I'm going to get kind of insanely technical real quick. The basement wood, anytime there's wood on the concrete slab that they poured, that has to be like pressure treated so the water can't destroy it and disintegrate it, right? Over time. And above that, it's all what we would call white wood, like pine, right? And you have to move quickly because the elements can damage that material.
Yeah.
So it has to be a quick one and done almost kind of thing. You know, so that's the quickest part of a house build is the framing. So
see, that's why this American Carpenter reacts. For that kind of knowledge. Waterproofing.
Look at that thing.
Since that is in a rural area, we need to drill a well to get access to water.
I will say, because we have a well at our house, me and Nana, and yeah, it's a little more upkeep than just, you know, city water or all that. Like having to get it tested. And like me personally, me and my mom have this problem where when we drink the water, we get kidney stones. Well, I haven't gotten kidney stones yet, but she has multiple times, and that's why I run it through a Brita filter. That way, it removes all those impurities.
That's wild because we have a well as well. But
nice.
but we get it tested, I would say yearly, you know, because our I guess our field is the back of it is agricultural, right? So any kind of whatever they put there eventually maybe makes it to the water table. That's in our minds. I don't know how irrational that is, but I feel like we got to keep checking our well water. And so far it's been drinkable. The one thing it doesn't have is the city water puts fluoride in the water, right?
Right.
Not out here. You got to have that like an additive or just be mindful of that. But yeah, this is a big deal. Which means, guys, when the electricity goes out, we don't have water.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
Not like in the city, electricity goes out, you always have water. In the country, it's not like that.
Nope. Not at all. Not at all.
We brought in concrete slabs for our back patio.
Nice.
Wow.
The remaining framing has been completely finished along with our back patio.
We're at the 3-month mark now.
Yeah.
And now the house is ready for the trusses.
Oh, man.
Is that giving you flashbacks?
Oh,
man?
my God, bro. Look at the snow on the ground. Look at everyone. Oh, dude, I am so happy we have this path in front of us.
Yeah.
I am not missing it. I don't miss it one day. I don't miss it one day. Look at the snow, guys.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
You're in the elements.
Oh, it's so cold. And you're rifling around through your little Carpenter pouch to get those nails that you can't really feel, or screws. You can't really feel through your gloves. So you have to like pick it up with your fingers. It just, man. Yeah. I am not. This is flashbacks. 100,000,000% flashbacks right here.
Yeah. I will never take what you did or anyone else that does this for granted ever.
Oh, man.
The next week, the guys made sure all the trusses were secured in. They started to build up the back patio and began putting sheet wood on the trusses.
It's starting to look like a house.
Yeah, man.
Once all the sheet wood is on the roof, they work on the main peak on the elevation of our home. We tried to paint the exterior of our home, but we had to stop due to weather. Time for shingles.
Be careful about typing in shingles if you're trying to type in singles.
Yeah, exactly. Shingles only will take you to a roofing site.
Exactly. That's for all the single folks in the comments.
Oh man.
Sorry, I had to get that in there.
You know, and another difference is that you see a lot of asphalt shingles like this in the US, not necessarily, let's say, stone. Our older houses have stone shingles, like our stone roofing. Old houses. But those are special. You couldn't switch this kind of roofing out and just throw some stone on it. It would collapse the effing roof. So
yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense.
We added some metal roof accents above our windows for decorative purposes. We purchased our aluminum-clad windows from Weather Shield for $31,000.
Yeah, that's it. That's where you're spending money. That's where you're spending money. It so far, all the chunks of all the chunks, the price chunks in the project have been like understandable. Once you get to windows and doors, exterior windows and doors, that price, you go out through the roof, pun intended. With that,
that's the F that budget moment.
You had the F that budget moment on interior finishings, kitchen, and windows and doors. That's where you, oh boy, that's where you hemorrhage money right there in the project.
Yeah. What money? What budget?
Yeah, pretty much.
The brick is going in as we're setting the windows. The brick and labor cost us $25,000.
That's a lot of brick.
Oh yeah.
I would say they got a real good price on that.
Oh yeah.
The framers are back to finish the board and batten on the main peak of our home.
God.
Damn.
It's snowing, dude.
Next, we are finishing the underside of our front porch roof with tongue and groove.
I would not have the patience for this. I'm sorry.
No, this is tedious. This is tedious right here, especially at that height. Like you can only go so fast. You can only go so fast when you're on one of those scaffoldings and doing the tongue and groove. Granted, you have your cut guy on the ground, you know, but you move slower the higher up you go.
Yeah.
You know, big boy like me is not getting up there. I'm the cut guy. I got you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't. The ground loves me, and I love the ground.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know what I would be. I'm definitely not going up there. That's for damn sure.
No, you'll turn into the cut guy. That's what it is.
Turn into...
Yeah, you're the material bringer because the cut guy has his station, right? He's got his hand on the saw. You're the guy that keeps feeding the cut guy material, and the guy up on the freaking sky rise is yelling out numbers, and I'm just doing that. So you get in the routine.
So the top guy is the new guy, basically.
No.
No.
You don't want the new guy up there with the measuring tape.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
You just want a smaller guy.
Yeah, you need a small guy. Yeah, you need a small guy that knows what the fuck he's measuring.
Yeah, that's not a tackle box job.
No, it's not a tackle box. Tackle box is cleaning up while the guy's bringing the material, the guy's cutting, the guy's yelling. Tackle box is cleaning up the area.
Yeah, and finding the board stretcher and the left-handed hammer, right?
Yeah, you gotta find the left-handed hammer. Always.
Oh. And one more thing. Well, in all this weather, you built an alliance with Tacklebox to go back into the truck to help him learn a tool, but then you stay in the AC if it's summer or the heat if it's winter.
It's cold. Exactly. You answer questions for the new guy. You're like, hey, come into my office. It's heated. But no, I can't. I don't envy these guys. These guys, man, they're hard ass workers in the snow, man. Oh, I couldn't do it. Yeah. I've done my time. Got my t-shirt.
Yeah, man. This and it's a 1 year time lapse. I think they started in like the fall, and now summer is gonna come.
Yep. So they got all wherever they move. There's all seasons right there.
All seasons. So it's not the deep south, and might be in the mid Atlantic, might be the Midwest. I don't know.
I could definitely see probably North Carolina, honestly.
Maybe
probably out that North Carolina or Tennessee near mountains.
Yeah, I could see that.
The electrician is here to place the vertical wires and to set outlet and switch locations.
Look at that, man.
We need to get our fire set so the plumbers can hook up the gas line to and from our fireplace while they do their roughs. We are insulating our entire house. First, we need to foam the windows and caulk the joints. We use R19 to fill the cavities in our walls, R38 in our step ceilings, and rafter vents in our soffits. We will do the attic at a later time.
Tell me that's not asbestos, right?
No, it's fiberglass.
Fiberglass, okay.
It's all man, they're itchy as shit after this. This is like I've always had insulation.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Insulation is the itchiest shit out there. You know, it's yeah. No, when I've had to do insulation, usually when we're done, when I'm done installation, usually I have to take a credit card and go against the grain on my skin to get
shit.
Like to help, because not even a shower takes all of it off, man.
Oh my god, that sucks.
It's terrible. And I bet you they probably blow the insulation in the ceiling later. That's kind of the newest thing. They take this insulation block and they just shove it through a fucking like grinder, and it blows out insulation into the attic. And that's a quick, cheap way, very messy way to do it. But definitely functional. Or they do the spray foam that expands.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that. Got it.
Our installation cost came to $5,500. A drywall crew is here to drywall our entire house.
Hope nobody named Kyle is there, and don't make that Kyle angry, unless you might waste some drywall.
Right? Oh my God! If you know, you know. But also, it's crazy that they walk on stilts. That's what they do. It's blows my mind. So coordinated. I've never had the tenacity to think I could tackle stilts doing drywall ever.
Yeah, and I'm assuming your employer was never named P.T. Barnum, so
no.
You have no reason to have to work on stilts.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my excuse.
Yeah.
Drywall and labor came to $18,000. After the drywall is complete, the house gets primed.
It's coming together.
Yeah, man.
Now that the weather is cleared, we are finishing the exterior paint. We are preparing the side of the garage for the stone. Once the scratch coat layer has dried, we begin to adhere the stone.
I could hear the non-Americans in the comments now saying that their houses already have this type of stone on them, and they're just artificially putting it on.
Yeah. I'll put it this way. You know, when you guys' houses were built before time existed, you know, that's all they had was stone. You know, fair enough. You use what you got.
Exactly.
You know?
It still looked good. So
hell yeah.
That's why they are choosing this aesthetic.
This is 100% aesthetic, not practical, but 100% aesthetic. I mean, I guess you could say that scratch coat is also a weather barrier, you know. But remember, that's a weather barrier on top of a weather barrier, and then the stone is on top of, you know. So, not saying it's perfect,
right? But
it looks nice though.
It does,
for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
Now moving on to tiling our Jack and Jill shower.
Oh, this is another thing, real quick. Guys, this is a Jack and Jill shower. For a lot of people that don't know, is a shared bathroom enclosure. Okay. A Jack and Jill is usually between two guest rooms, and they'll have a Jack and Jill, which means they'll have two sink basins, two faucets on the sinks, and that's kind of what it is. It's like it's meant to be a shared bathroom. That's a Jack and Jill bathroom.
Yeah.
That's what that is. So I know that they're throwing terminology, and that's not shared across the pond. They call it something different probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now we're moving on to the floor tile. We added an uncoupling membrane to help prevent the tile from cracking and provide a water-resistant barrier. At the same time, we brought in some help to assist with the master and powder room shower tile.
The question I have, and because I don't know that much about carpentry and building houses, is related to the couple. How many arguments were left on the cutting room floor?
This, dude, this is why I'm like, oh, they're on day 298.
Yeah.
Man, like, talk about something that tests your resolve as a couple. Do something like this.
Yeah, that's a test right there.
I want to know, granted, like, you can see them right here getting their hands dirty and doing the things that they can to cut budget. Like, that's where you can save money, is doing things yourself.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, this is I wish they would have left the hiccups in, because no project in the history of mankind goes according to plan.
No, there's always setbacks.
Ever. Yeah. They're probably 30 days past. At the end of this, are probably 30 or 40 days past their I guess designated time of completion.
Right.
I would say even probably longer, because winter usually has a time to mess with your schedules.
Yeah, that makes sense, because holidays and just not even just regular life things, just things that happen at the construction site, you know?
Yeah, like snow days, labor issues, like sick days, stuff like that. This has blown probably their projected finish time months off on the back end. And I bet this is I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it like this.
And you used to do this, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm more it happens when it happens. Let's not have a set end time.
Yeah.
You know, but deadlines need to be met if your project is going to be expedited. But I'm too flexible, you know, when it comes to this stuff, because I understand how shit goes. Not everyone shares my flexibility when it comes to projects.
Right. And that comes from understanding how these work.
Yeah.
And not putting like a set date of, October 22nd. That's when we need to be done.
Yeah. No.
Who knows?
No.
If you're not, it's done.
Yeah. If you're not flexible, you will break. 100%.
I believe that.
I give these guys so much credit if they're still married or if they're still together.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. God bless them.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, if I can interject one more time, I know this is long, but look, so this is where you find out what the inclement weather has done to your flooring. When you're doing this stuff, if you didn't get the house covered fast enough and shit started kind of warping and you're like, it's still there, it's good enough. Now is where we're like, like shit. This is when all those warping and stuff that affects the final product are able to be visible. When you can't change a piece of plywood or a piece of the subflooring, you know? So it's like, now it's when you should have changed it, or you're realizing the oh shit moments come out.
Yeah. People tend to forget that these things are natural things and are affected by weather. It's not just, a set in stone thing, for lack of better pun there. But
it's interesting though. It's interesting because at this point you start noticing stuff. And like I forgot to say this on the last stop, is that if you're doing this with your significant other, let's say this bathroom will always be called we had a massive argument bathroom. This wall will be called her decision bathroom. This, you know, like you break up the projects and like, we almost got divorced because of this floor. So you're living in this and you're like, oh God, you're surrounded by these potential arguments that you've had in the house because of the decisions. It's no longer, do you like the floors? Fuck these floors. Like, oh man. Anyway.
Does it have a roof? That's all you need, really.
That's all you need. Yeah, but
there's not a lot of rooms like this was his decision.
No. He's like, I like her, so therefore I will agree. I will agree.
Yeah. Just because you love someone doesn't mean you have to like them. This is a key right there.
The only way to make it out of this project is never hate each other at the same time.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you make it out.
Stuff like that.
The tile material and extra help cost us a total of $11,500.
Sorry, don't mean to keep doing this, but hey, the amount of money that's been spent on this, like either they have inherited generational wealth or they're doing a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Well, I would say this, overall, they haven't spent a lot. Like,
oh really?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think their house is still within budget for the projects and the size of projects that they're tackling. Okay. Nothing has been like, holy shit. Like, you know, hear me out on this, and this is for everyone watching. All right, there's like a, what is it, like a triangle, right? In construction. You can either have it fast and what is it? Fast and done quickly. It's like fast, or is it speed, quality, and price? You can never have the three things. You always have to have one thing that gives. You know, either you're paying a lot of money, it's not going to be done quick, but it'll get done right?
Yeah.
Or you have it done quick at a cheap price, but it's not going to be quality. You can't have the three things at one time.
Yeah, it's like pick two.
Yeah, pick two, whatever two it is. And so I think they've done pretty fairly from what I've seen in my from what I've charged and what I know others have charged, and I think it's been pretty fair. You know, this is I think this is a good example of what it would cost you to build a house in the rural area today.
Okay.
Like right now.
All right. Honestly, that's all good to know. That's why we're doing with you, though, because I have no reference point on this, so I know now.
Yeah.
Our septic tank lays in front of our house and is connected to the drain field, which stretches to the front portion of our lot. The septic tank and labor cost $13,000. Moving back inside, the HVAC so far has cost $10,000.
That's cheap. That's cheap. That's cheap. HVAC, which is the AC and the heating units, right? That is usually a very big chunk of money, right there. But the unit itself is expensive. It's all get out. It's like
right.
Maybe 20K, possibly for the unit. The whatever he's doing, like the tracking and the vents and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's just labor and material. But the unit is where you hemorrhage money right there.
Yeah. No wonder those HVAC guys make bank because of that. Yeah.
Outside, we are getting retaining walls to help with erosion. Our front and interior doors are here. The doors cost us $5,000.
$5,000.
The remainder
right
of the stone.
Wow.
for a door, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I remember installing a door with you one time.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my God.
that wasn't a cheap door. That was a big door.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Much
crazy.
respect.
It's crazy. $5,000. They've already spent $31,000 on windows.
Yeah.
Add the door. That's 5 G's just right there. Crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Stone is going up on the front of our home. The stone and labor came to $18,000. We are putting tongue and groove on our cathedral ceiling.
What? Oh my God, dude.
Is that a lot?
That's nice. No, that's just sweet looking. And also, yeah, that's another holy crap. That's a awesome detail. That's very, very, I think it's very nice. It's a nice touch. But yeah, it does take a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Man.
Goodness gracious.
The cost for our 14-foot wide driveway is $15,000.
15 foot, bro. That's huge.
Yeah.
The tongue and groove cost us $4,500.
Cheap.
Now that our cathedral ceiling is finished, we can blow in our attic insulation. Next up are the cabinets. We installed our cabinets in the kitchen, bathrooms, and laundry room. The total cost of our cabinets and sinks came to $14,850. The countertops, sinks, and labor came to $10,200. We received all of our garage doors for $4,000.
At the 1 year mark now.
Man.
After 1 year of building, our total costs have come to just under $542,000.
Wow.
That's at cost, bro. That's
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let me see. Hold on. Does it have anywhere on there that by the way, guys, now listen, there's something on here that's very important. Look at the permits and miscellaneous, $14,000. Okay, so that's a big, your miscellaneous spending right there. That's no construction, permits, just to take the permits out for your plumbing,
right
your
here.
electrical, your all the other stuff, structural, all this stuff. $14,000 right there.
Wow. Just to
That's
even
a chunk
to get this thing started.
Yeah. You know,
Good
and
God.
nowhere in there does it say like machine rentals. Because if you notice throughout this whole video, they've had big machines like the cherry pickers, the front loaders, all that stuff. Maybe they own that kind of equipment, and maybe that saved them money. But for a regular person to get that stuff done, there's a huge charge for using that kind of stuff.
Maybe that's under lot and clearing is those machines.
Maybe. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's where it is right there. That's where it is. Yeah. Because remember the opening, it said lot clearing 10K.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's where it is. That's where they got the machines right there, probably. That's where they put that in the budget. Lot and clearing 73K.
Yeah.
That's a lot different than 10K.
Yeah, no question about it.
So what is it? 541K?
541,550.
You could sell that right now, probably 900,000, maybe $1 million, depending on where it is. Actually,
yeah, I believe you. Shit.
So that's where we're at after 1 year of building our house. We still have a long ways to go, but it's getting there.
And if you guys are interested, we have an in-depth ebook on how to design your own house on a budget, whether you're remodeling or building your own house. And yes, it does include our floor plans.
So with that, we'll see you in the next one.
Build it on a budget.
Bro. You know what though? If you think about it, like that house, I know it sounds stupid. That house cost $540,000. Not like, I'll put it this way. Let me just put this out there. Their house and my house cost almost the same.
Oh,
look how
really?
big their house is.
It's huge.
Not the same house. We house different. Not just that. That's what you can do with that money. It can go further when you build it yourself. But you got to have the budget. You got to have that building on a budget. Holy shit. $1 million maybe? $1 million is your budget. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, that's a pretty good representation.
So a couple other details here. This was 2 months ago that this was put out. So this is quite current-ish. And the tag of the area is the Detroit metropolitan area. So
Whoa.
This is up in Michigan.
So Michigan. Nah, I would say away from Detroit. But yeah, I could see it. I could see that. 65 acres being that cheap. I could see that
up
there.
North.
Up north. Definitely further north than what we were thinking. That's for damn sure.
And as of 2 months, they're still not done with it. So I'm going to look on their profile and see if they have completed it or not. Customizing kitchen, cost of building a home in 2024. Was it worth it? Customizing. So it's a few other follow-up videos.
There's no way they're done. If they finish, if this was up, well, maybe not. I'm not going to say that because it could have been old. They did the time lapse and however long it took them to upload it and edit the shit. So it's ongoing.
In the thumbnail of a video I'm looking at, cost of building our home in 2024, it says in the thumbnail, 150K over budget.
Yeah.
So the sentiment of F that budget is real.
You got to F the timeline, F the budget. You're always going to be over on time and budget. That's how this stuff goes. That's why if you're out there to spend $540,000, or if that's your limit, you have to build a $400,000 house. That's where you have to be realistic with it. And a lot of people, when they're tackling things like this, they don't account for the unknowns. And there's tons of those. So shout out to you guys for actually trying to tackle this project and doing it. Because you build a house, that's not it. There's so much stuff. And since it's not a company, guess what happens if there's something, let's say, is not up to par or maybe didn't get done correctly, then you are fronting the money to get it fixed. A lot of these subcontractors, depending on who they are, what they are, how reputable they are, they usually don't come with maybe 30 days, maybe a 30-day guarantee, maybe like that. And I just, it's a big gamble, but it pays off. If you think about it, it pays off because they probably built themselves $1 million house. That's how this shit works over here. It's like 500,000 at maybe 300,000 to the whole finished product. Man. And that's usually what you can sell it for. So if you're into the business of being a realtor or a builder, you can probably make a decent product. A decent profit. But this is a very unique floor plan. Very unique. It's probably their forever home, most likely.
Better be their forever home, because the amount that they've dumped into it.
Yep. So all that kind of stuff is just things to think about, and it's an interesting building technique that we have here in the US, and I think that is on par with how we do things over here. Different states, they obviously don't have basements. Places like Florida don't have basements. They're all, you can't really make a hole in the yard and plant a plant without you hitting water in Florida.
Right. Maybe you could put Louisiana in that as well.
Definitely New Orleans.
Yeah.
You're digging no basement in New Orleans.
Heck no.
But no, it's that this style of building stuff is very unique. A lot of other countries have different codes, and a lot of other countries lay on like fault and all that kind of stuff. Like goes they build things.
Yeah.
So a lot of like South America are all concrete and they just build up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Across the stone, brick, mortar, that was the way to go. That's the way they did it. And that's kind of way the 13 colonies for a long time. The old homes, the historic homes, brick, all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think from all the videos we took out from Asia, that they're kind of what South America is, just building on top of one another, especially in like the Philippines.
Yes, a lot of use. Well, understandable. It's durable for sure, you know. Yeah. But how's the way we do it? Well, the way we do it here.
Yeah, that's how we do it. And
you know, we had a ton of trees, and we might as well use them.
Yeah, and still a lot of land that still isn't built up yet.
So
yeah,
there it is.
Let us know what y'all think. I mean, honestly, for me, I didn't know too much of this stuff, what goes into building a house. So honestly, this was very eye-opening to me as well. So I appreciated that.
It's always interesting to see how things are built, you know, because I just would have put in the things that went wrong, didn't go to plan, you know. That add of reality to it rather than time lapse. Everything went perfect. We're out here, like, nah, man. Like so many, there's a lot of untold stories, possibly, you know, unless they found the unicorn and their project went off without a hitch, but apparently not because of the 150 over budget. So anyway, this is, I think, a very unique video. I think people will definitely watch this and let us know if you like this kind of stuff for sure.
Yeah, maybe we could check out how other countries built their homes. If people have videos on that, let us know. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing, watch another video. Thanks, channel members. What now, Dan?
Unplug and do something legendary, guys.
And don't worry about the budget. It'll sort itself out.
Right.
Later, y'all.
Later.